Alright, so in this tutorial video, we're going to draw the spacer design in Onshape, and then we will extrude that back about a half an inch as well. So let's go ahead and start with the sketch, and our sketch is basically going to be this drawing right here. So let's go ahead and create a new document. This is going to be named Spacer Design, so type in Spacer Design hyphen your first initial, your last name. So, and on this particular one, in the past, we've been sketching on the front plane. We're going to sketch on the top plane here. So I'm going to create the sketch, and I'm just going to bring it over till the top gets highlighted, and left click on that to select the top plane. Come over to our view cube and left click on that to rotate it around so we can have the top viewing plane be the view normal now. I'm going to change from the line drawing tool to the center point circle, and we'll use the origin point on this. Now, I left clicked on the origin point, I left clicked to place the circle. Now I can actually put the dimension 1.25, enter. We may as well go ahead and use the same one, same drawing tool, place the larger radius here. This is a 1.5 radius, so this is going to be a 3-inch diameter circle here, and now I'm kind of zooming out and moving over. So if I kind of come in here now, notice what happens. You need to kind of pay attention to the way we place this. We want a point, so we've got another circle over here that we want to be what they call a coincident, so or coincident with this point. So when I come over to the axis, notice how I get that highlighted yellow line. So that's saying, well, if I left or right left click right there on that, that basically makes the center point of this circle coincident and in line with the center point of that one. So, all right, and we know this, and I need to change my radius or diameter here to 1.25. All right, and we'll go back, and now I'm going to do the same thing here for the 3-inch. So just drop and place that. It's 3 inches. There you go. All right, now we can come back and go to the line tool. Again, if I am bringing this in, you can see how as I change, this kind of helps to pick up on this. And let's just kind of come right in here. Now, notice it's given me two symbols. So I'm getting the intersection point and the tangency point here. So let's left click and place that. There you go. Escape that line. So it kind of gets that in place. And let's, on the top one, we can go back to the line tool. So let's kind of pick this. Again, notice how as I highlight this, notice how I kind of, it picks up and we see that yellow dot. So we're going to come right here. So we want this to be going this way. Now, let me kind of zoom this around. I'm just going to place this. We know that this is 2 inches. So I left click to place, 2, enter to make it line length. Bring this down. Notice how it snaps into vertical, and now we see the vertical line there to the right. So left click to place. This is going to be 0.5. Enter. Now I can go back to the horizontal on this. So and here we are at on this. So I'm now making this perpendicular. See the constraint that is down in the lower right hand side of where I'm at. So, and this is going to be a 2-inch dimension. So I'm going to left click to place, 2, enter. Notice how now we're going over too far. So I'm going to escape this line right now because we need one more thing. So we've got to place what's called a dimensional constraint between these. So let's come up here to the dimensional constraint. I'm going to click the center of that, the center of this, and I'll bring this down, left click here, 6, enter. So there you go. So now I've got that. This is what we call dimensional constraint. We are locating these features to each other 6 inches away. Okay. Now let's go back to my line tool. I can finish this off now. So let's kind of zoom back in here. So I'm going to left click on this endpoint. Make sure it's vertical. Left click to drop the line. This is going to be a 0.5 line. Enter. And now this should line up and come right in here to this intersection point and the tangency point right there at the top, and that's 2 inches as well. Left click to place it. Still in the line drawing tool, so right click, escape the line to get out of it. All right, and we've got some trimming to do. So let's go back in to our trim tool. Let's trim this out and that out, and our drawing is done. So sketch is finished. Let's go ahead and click the sketch to get out of it. Here we go. Now we're going to extrude this, and when I click on the shape, notice it kind of leaves those holes. That's good. We want this to click on the arrow. We want it going down the other direction, and I'm going to say this is going to be 0.5. So a half an inch. Click on the green check mark to get out of the tool. Let's go ahead and turn off these planes, so all we see is the actual drawing. And notice I'm still getting that too, so we can kind of go in and turn off the sketch there as well. If you want to pan around so you can kind of see what this would look like in 3D, go back to save it as the isometric view and exit out of Onshape here so that you have that saved and you're good to go, and that finishes the spacer design drawing.